Hey, welcome back everyone. Today we're going to learn about the depth first search algorithm using recursion. If you haven't seen my iterative approach already, please go through my YouTube channel and you'll find this approach. With that being said, let's give another short recap of what depth first search is, right? So depth first search is a fundamental algorithm used to traverse or search through graph data structures, right? So with that being said, what is a graph? A graph is nodes, or you can call them vertices, that are connected to other nodes via an edge, right? And you can use a graph to represent many things. You can use a graph to represent a social media network like Facebook, where person 4 is friends with person 6, and person 6 is friends with person 4. And notice how person 4 and person 2 are mutuals through person 6, right? And by the way, this is an undirected graph, right? Okay. Another example that people would resonate with more is a robo vacuum cleaner, right? A robo vacuum cleaner uses a depth first search traversal. And what exactly is a depth first search traversal in concrete terms? Well, essentially, it's a traversal that says, whatever node we start on, let's go visit its neighbor, right? And notice how we represent this graph and these edges, these nodes, in this adjacency list, right? And if that doesn't make sense, look closely. Look at node 1, right? We say it connects to node 2, 5, and 3. Is that correct? Yes. 2, 5, and 3. All right. What about node 2? Oh, node 2 also connects to node 1. It connects to node 5, and it connects to node 6. Okay. What about node 3? Sorry. Yeah, node 3, that connects to node 1. Node 4 connects to node 6, and so on, right? So with that being said, the depth first search traversal looks like this. We choose one node and follow an edge, a connection to its depth. So a robo vacuum cleaner, right? Let's pretend that these are the walls in the house, and we start at this position in the house, and we're gonna explore its neighbor, okay? Let's go depth first, okay? Hence depth first search. So we go explore 3. Now we're at 3, the robo vacuum cleaner runs into a wall, right? And there's nowhere else to explore, so it goes back up here. It already did this. It already visited this path, right? So what's next? Okay, let's go to 2. So it goes through. Oh, I covered it up. 1 second. So it goes through the depth of 2 now. Now that we're at node 2, where can we go? Oh, let's go to node 5 and clean here. So we've cleaned here, and where can node 5 go? Well, it can't go to 1 because we already cleaned this. Can't go to 2 because we already cleaned this. So the robo vacuum cleaner resets, and then now it goes to 6. And what does 6 see? Okay, well, it sees 2, but we already cleaned that. So then 6, right? After it cleans here, it goes to 4, cleans that, and then the robo vacuum cleaner is done with its depth first search, right? So it chooses one path, goes as far as it can, hits a wall, goes down another path as far as it can, hits another wall, and it keeps going until it's done, right? So we're going to be using recursion, right, to solve this. And let me go ahead and draw the function signature. And actually, before I draw the function signature, just for your heads up, the number of degrees inside of a graph is always equal to 2 times the number of edges, okay? So how many edges do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 edges. 6 times 2 is 12. That's the number of degrees. And what's a degree? Well, a degree is how many connections a node has. So node 6 has a degree of 2. So node 6 degree is equal to 2, right? If you calculate all of the degrees, this is the formula. Number of degrees is equal to 2 times the number of edges, okay? All right, with that being said, let's go ahead and I'll draw out our function signature. and we'll say define traverse. We're going to traverse this graph. It will take in an adjacency list, and it's going to take in n, where n is the size of the graph, right? How many nodes are in the graph? Well, there's 6 nodes, right? And I'm going to actually call this just graph because it's just a variable name. You can pass in adjacency list yourself. Okay, cool. And let's make sure I have enough room here and you guys can see everything. So we'll shrink this by a tad bit more. So let's bring it about that size. Yeah, still readable. Okay, cool. Okay. All right, wonderful. Okay, so like I mentioned, we don't want to clean paths in the house that we've already cleaned, right? We want to keep exploring. So we're going to also create a visited array to keep track of nodes we've already visited, so we don't do double the work, right? So we say visited, so we don't do extra work, I should say. We say visited is equal to false, and then we're going to multiply that by n plus 1. Okay. And in Java, you can just create an array of size n plus 1, and I'll also represent that visited as well over here. So we'll say visited is equal to this here. And why not label the indices? So we'll say at 0, at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, great. So we start off by saying everywhere is false. Great. Okay, cool. So now back inside the code here, we also need a path that we're going to return, which shows us the path the robo vacuum cleaner took. So we have path here. All right, excellent. Okay, cool. So let's define our DFS function. So we'll say define DFS, which takes in a node, right? And whenever we get inside of the function, we'll mark that node. We visit it, and we'll mark it as true. All right, I hope this is making sense so far. And if not, no worries. Once I finish writing this code, I'll give you a walkthrough, okay? So we're gonna add it to the path. And then now for its neighbors, so I'll make it shorter, for neighbor and graph of that node. If we haven't visited that neighbor, right? If not visited that neighbor, then we call our DFS function on the neighbor, okay? And let's bring these guys a little bit more to the left so we have more room. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So we call that DFS on that neighbor. And last but not least, we'll call our for loop, right? So we can try every node that exists inside this graph. And if they're not visited, then we'll call DFS on them. And finally, we'll have to return the path, right? Okay, cool. So let's do a walkthrough of this. I hope it makes sense. All right, so we initialize our visited, we initialize our path, and we start at this for loop, right? Because it's calling this function. So for I in range 1 to n plus 1, okay? So if not visited of I, so we start at 1, right? So we're gonna call DFS with 1 inside of it. All right, cool. So now we're inside of here. We say visited of that 1 we passed through, right, is equal to true. So this becomes true. This becomes true, right? We start here. So we clean this. So we're good there. And then we append to the path that node, right? So append this to the path. All right. And then now we check its neighbors, right? For neighbor and graph of that node. So remember, we're using the adjacency list. So what does 1 have? It has 2, 5, and 3. Okay. If they're not visited, so 2, 5, and 3, they're not visited, right? So we'll call DFS on them as well. Cool. So now we start off with passing, we start at 2. So 2 goes in here. We mark visited of 2 as true. Okay. We append 2 to our path, right? And then we check the neighbors of 2, right? Because we went here, now we're at 2, and we check the neighbors of 2. Okay, well, 2 has a 1, right? But has 1 not been visited? Well, it has. We have it as true, right? 1 is equal to true. So we don't go back here. We don't go clean there again. What about the next neighbor, 5? Has 5 been visited? No, it hasn't. It's false, right? So we go ahead and we go back inside our DFS, and then we mark 5 as visited, and then we append it to our path, right? So now 5 comes here. We go clean there. And now for neighbor and graph of 5, okay, so 5 has a 1 and a 2. Have they not been visited? Let's see. 1 is true, 2 is true, so they have been visited, okay? So we're done with 5. What called 5? Remember, it was 2. Back at 2. What was 2's next? Well, 2 had 1, but it's already visited. 2 already visited. 6 is not visited, right? It's false. So we call DFS with 6 in there. So then we go to 6. We clean there. And we have to mark it as true, right? Because we were here. And we append 6 to our path now. Okay, great. And let's check this. What does 6 have, right? For neighbor and 6, have they not been visited? 6 has 4 and 2. Well, 2's been visited, but 4 has not been visited, right? So then we call DFS with 4 in there, right? And then we go to 4, we clean there. We tell ourselves we visited it. So 4 becomes true. And then we append 4 to our path, right? Cool. Let's check 4's neighbors, right? For neighbor and graph of 4, 4 has a 6 in there. Have we visited 6 before? Let's check visited. Yes, we have, because it's true, right? So we don't do anything there. And notice how there's one more node we haven't finished, right? And that was called, so what called 4? 6. What called 6? 2. What called 2? I believe it was 5. What called 5? 1. So we're all the way back here at 1. And what did we not visit, right? We never visited this here. So that is a neighbor of 1, right? And we can tell right there. So we're back inside the DFS with 3 now. We hit here, we mark 3 as visited, so it's true. We go clean 3, and what are 3's neighbors? Oh, well, we have to append it to the path. 3's here. What are 3's neighbors? Okay, so 3 has, so for neighbor and graph of 3, 3 has a 1. Well, is 1 not visited? It is, right? It's true. And that's it. That's the depth first search algorithm. It's pretty straightforward using recursion. The time is big O of V plus E, where V is the number of vertices, or you can call them nodes, right? These guys in our graph. And E is the number of edges, right? The connections in our graph. And the space will be equal to big O of V, where V is the number of nodes, right? Because look at this path. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many's in the graph? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I used all the nodes in the graph, and that is it. With that being said, whatever platform you're on, please consider liking, subscribing, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one.